Welcome to Making the Spiritual Practical with Veronica Drake, the channel where we help you live your spirituality with grace and clarity.
Here we go.
Hey everybody, I am Veronica Drake of veronicadrake.com, and today we have something definitely special for you. I'm here with the beautiful, talented, gifted Nora Yolis Young, and what she does, her claim to fame, hi Nora, she is an interviewer to the spirit realm. And Nora, anything you want to share about yourself?
Nope. My training is interviewing the spirit realm. That's what I do. I also interview regular people here on the planet in the physical, but today we're going to do something really special for your show, Veronica, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
This is going to be like nothing I've ever done before, and I couldn't think of a better person to interview who I am about to bring front and center. Those of you that have been following me for a while know that I do talk to the spirit realm, and today I am going to bring forward a very special guest, and his name is Artul. And Nina, that was a Freudian slip. Did you have someone in your family named Nina? Because I've got Nina here with me. Sorry, Nina.
Hi, Nina. I don't know Nina, but I'm happy to meet Nina.
Nina's in the lineup. She's waiting to hear. So today, Nora is going to interview Artul as I slip into the energy of the being that calls itself Artul. So, with that said, take it away, Nora.
Okay, well, do you need a minute to fetch our tool? I'll let you have that moment.
I'm ready when you are.
Hello, Artul.
Hello, Miss Nora.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming forward today.
Well, thank you for having me. I couldn't be here if it weren't for you asking.
Well, I'm delighted that you think that's important. So what's interesting to me is when spirit or the consciousness of other beings want to come forward, and we don't know anything about you, Artul, so we're going to find out some very basics about who you are. So, Artul, who are you?
You're starting with the big question, my dear.
Maybe simplify the who are you? What are you? Are you in the physical realm coming through consciousness? Are you a non-physical being, like someone coming from the spirit realm?
Yes. I am Artul. I am a colorful being, not from here. Colorful meaning I am inclusive of all the light in the universe. And I want you all to know that interacting with me and all of my cohorts, once you decide to have the will-filled experience, is easy. In your language, that means you must choose to interact with heart and mind.
Awesome. So is that what draws you to coming forward now?
Well, much like Veronica, I am a straight shooter, and I chose her for her natural ability to be curious and to be an open, exploratory vehicle for truth. You know, beings like me are morphable. We form to your consciousness, to your level of consciousness. So, can you imagine us showing up with big bubble heads and tiny little bodies and tentacles for fingers? Wait, you've done that.
Artul, I love you. I think your energy is so much fun. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never actually seen someone show up like that. But when you talk about different beings, I mean, the earth has a variety of different creatures that don't scare human beings. And so I can't imagine that an incredibly different looking being would necessarily destroy our perception of reality to the point where we couldn't handle it. I think humanity can handle it.
You are very, very accurate, Miss Nora. And let me say that that's merely one way of seeing us. There is no experience that is right or wrong as we appear to the individual in the way that they are most comfortable seeing us.
What an amazing gift. Is that fun? To be able to show up the way people want to see you as?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it isn't a wanting like you sit and say, I want Artul to show up and I want him to be wearing a 3-piece suit. It is based on each individual's level of consciousness, of being available for the experience. So with Veronica, who is very open to the outside of the box, if you'll call it, we show up one way, we assume her personality, her delivery method, but yet our message is the same. Does that make sense, Miss Nora?
It absolutely makes sense. And so I'm going to, just for the sake of asking you questions that people from Veronica's site have specifically asked, I'm going to go through some of them. But I also want to noodle around in there. So we'll just see where this takes us. And I can feel that you're up for the adventure.
Oh, bring it.
That's awesome. So, Artul, who do you think benefits most from you being here now at this time?
Well, first let me say, where we are all from, there is an even exchange of energy. There must be. This is called balance. So I am here for the benefit of all living beings. Living beings. I am research in process.
Love that.
I am the element of possibility.
Ooh.
For all who seek it.
Right.
And I am the glimpse, the peekaboo of what else there is.
So does a person have to be in a place of desire in order for the activation of the connection? And am I correct in framing it that way? There seems to be a way of calling forth through curiosity and desire. Is that true? Is that correct?
That is very true. That is absolutely very true. And so if a person has worked through certain levels, through processes that have elevated them and pulled them out of a very low vibrational force, we are more likely to appear and not be questioned. So as we are not questioned, we are able to go deeper with our research, with our teaching. Now, I will say, I do most interaction with your astral body in the 4th dimension. When you are in that 4th dimension, think of it like this. You are standing on the mountaintop and you are looking down and you are observing your life. And I am holding your hand and I am guiding you.
That is beautiful. So one of the things that humanity has a tricky time with, as you're probably full aware, that trust is an issue and fear is an issue. And I think as people are expanding into a more heightened vibrational state and their superhuman powers are starting to come to the fore, their extrasensory perception that everybody has access to is starting to come forward, but it's scary to them because they've been taught so much, again, to not trust themselves, to think that maybe they're crazy, to doubt their abilities, and to feel afraid of possession, evil attachments. So what do you have to say to them, Artul, that so that they can move beyond these limitations?
Well, certainly fear and trust on your planet is very prevalent. It is the common feeling from where I stand a lot of times, and perhaps rightly so at times. There are a lot of impersonators of the truth. And so if you are truly open to this process and this learning, your soul will be affected and impacted. It will not feel as if it is foreign. It will not feel as if it is, as you put it in your terms, woo-woo out there. Mm-hmm. It'll mm-hmm. feel like it's part of who you are. The lessons that come from me and all of the beings that come with me are all put out to bring trust, faith, truth, and peace forward. And those are feelings of very high vibrational love. And you are going to know that this is the truth by the way you feel.
That's beautiful. So have you been in a physical incarnation before?
I was not created to be human, nor was I created to be angelic.
Okay. So have you been a physical being perhaps on other planets?
I cross over using the bridge of light. So yes. And just like an angel sits at the Almighty's feet for the beck and call, I too serve the Almighty, the all-knowing source. This is a way to think of it in your human brain.
Tell us.
As the truth seeker, I am holding the flashlight. I am the flashlight, and I shine where darkness is. So if you follow me and you are willing to trust because it feels right, then I will show you love where it is dark. That's the test. That's, as you call it on your planet, the litmus test. That is how you will know.
Okay, fabulous. So is there a particular reason that you and others like you are coming forward at this time?
Well, I think it's self-evident, but I will say this. There was never a time when we didn't come forward. What has come forward, truly, is the consciousness of humanity. We have always been backup singers.
I love it.
We've always played in the background, but now, because the shift in energies, because humanity is finally understanding there is power in collectiveness, we are more visible and audible than ever.
Sorry for the noise. I have a kid in the house. That's really fantastic. So would it be accurate to say that we are becoming more receptive as a species?
Yes, yes. It's funny because you will tune in and not all of you will hit the frequency But those of you who are willing will hit the channel, as you call it. So yes, it's an individual journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of really wonderful information. And so do you see, is there a way from the realm that you're in to see or sense or feel or experience this shift in consciousness? What's the experience that you have seeing humanity evolve in this way?
We are beings of pure love. We hold the paper when the soul contract is written. So we
Oh,
are
wow.
unable to see anything other than what it is, which is soul work, soul progression. And so when we stand on the mountaintop and we look down at humanity, not in a disrespectful way, but when we're governing humanity, we don't see the dirt and the sludge and we're not looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at the light. We're looking at the love. We are looking into your soul.
So is there an ultimate purpose for you, or is this just how you choose to spend your focus time? I mean, not that time really exists, right? But it's just your chosen way that you want to be.
Well, this is what I was created for. I am created to guide humanity, to be part of the pit crew, the wake up team.
I love that.
And what I most would like to leave behind for this journey in this moment and this time is this message. There is no need to hurry. It is truly an illusion to think that you're in control. Of course, you were given free will, but that is the illusionary control. Now, you may find this to sound like a faux pas, but I assure you it is worded exactly correctly. Think of it this way. Free will in the context of a pre-written prescription. Your outcome is determined. Free will gives you options.
I love that. I love that. So just in trying to understand what you're saying more clearly, would it mean that, so our prescribed unfolding, where is our destiny, what is laid out for us, is that the joining with source eventually, but that this is an exploration of experiences on a soul level, and we're having the earthly experience, and at some point the light will always become the light? I don't know.
This is the thumbs up, Miss Nora.
Yay, I got it. So to have fun with it, in other words.
Absolutely. You see, the Almighty, the All-Knowing, knows that humans need some breadcrumbs. They need a little bit of a trail to make them feel like they have a little bit of control.
And that they're on the right track, especially now. Correct. I agree 100%.
Right. And so with that, you get a little bit of this, and then you go, well, I do have that tool of free will, and so I'll go this way, because nothing, if humanity takes nothing away from this, hear me say, nothing is etched in stone. Nothing. When it comes to getting to where you're going.
That is so cool. And I have questions about that. I want to make sure that I get everybody else's questions in here. So one of the members of Veronica's Facebook page wanted to know, what kind of being are you? And we kind of danced around that a little bit. Is there a way you can put it in terms that are more concrete for the human mind?
Mm-hmm. Well, I told you I was colorful. You can call me E.T. if you'd like, since I actually do come from somewhere out there, okay?
Okay.
You would know me best as a Palladian.
Ah, okay. You're from the Pleiades. Okay. So
But why does it need a label?
it doesn't. I think it just helps people to understand because there's been a lot of
Misunderstanding.
misunderstandings. So tell us, clarify some misunderstandings we have about
Mm-hmm.
Pleiadians.
Mm-hmm. We are here to guide you. We are here to help bring you home, to set you on a course that we have traveled, that we have experienced. And some of you may call us the voice of reason.
So you've been through this path. I'm assuming by saying that you've been through it too, you have been through ascension?
On some level, but this concept that we bring forward is not one that is easily had by the human mind. And so as you become familiar with me, I will be the voice. I will teach you more and more how to open up and experience the fullness of where I come from and what I bring. This
Wonderful.
is a lesson in process.
How fun. How fantastic that you're coming through, and it's so delightful to have the opportunity to speak with you personally. Does your soul have an age?
No. I guess if you wanted a term, you could call it an old soul, but no, there isn't an assignment to it.
Okay. Has the U.S. government acknowledged your existence or people like you? Are they aware of you?
How do you say it? Your culture has a saying when it comes to being different sexually. You say in the closet. Is that how? Well, the U.S. government keeps us in the closet.
So they know, but they want you to stay in the closet.
Because there would be mass pandemonium, in their words.
Do you believe that to be true, Artul? No.
There would be mass pouring out of love if it were known that we were easily acceptable. Humanity likes its sensationalism. They like that we beam down and that we glow big and we have lots of lights. And yeah, we do that. That's a portal. That's a transportation. But we also walk amongst you. We are you.
Say more about that.
We are a consciousness.
So in my understanding of it, then would that be the consciousness is associated with the vibrational frequency that a person can allow through their receptivity. And so is there a particular frequency of Pleiadian or even Artul consciousness that a person can tune into?
I like that you say an Artul consciousness. There is an Artul consciousness, and it is much like, how can I say in human terms? Much like a pitch that only a dog can hear. That would be the frame of reference for it. But it would be a sedate if it were to have a sound, it would be
Okay. Okay.
and it would come from a very deep place within, and that would hold a very sacred vibration in your throat space, which would clear the way for all of the truth to come out.
Ooh.
Very cleansing vibration.
Okay. Okay. So is that something that a person, because I know I do some toning and I receive the tone that I'm supposed to emulate. And is that how other people will receive it, or am I unique in that?
You are unique in the sense, Miss Nora, that you're awakened to that. There are many people on your planet who can hum a tune, if you will, but they don't understand exactly what they're doing when they hum this tune.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually tuning in to a force, to a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is a song, Doe, a deer, a female deer. That song,
Drop of golden sun.
the song has a very beautiful melodic uprising vibration as you go through it.
Right, it's progressive.
Right. Much like when you connect with the, as you put it, Artul energy.
Ah, so is there a sign or a symbol or something? Maybe it'll be unique to everybody else, but maybe there's a way that human beings can sort of feel. I know that there's like a sweet spot. Like when I'm in meditation, there's a sweet spot that I feel. There's a spaciousness that happens, and I know, okay, I've achieved this place that I really want to be in. And is there a way when people are tuning into vibrations that they can get a sense of, yes, you're here?
Yes. Beautiful question. Beautiful question. We fill the space between the notes. And what that means is we expand the heart center. We are the white light that opens up the heart. And so with that comes this expansion of warmth, of tingles. It goes from the heart space up to the throat space and ultimately forms the vibration. If you were to sit quietly in what you call meditative state, and you were to focus on this heart space and start the sound, the frequency, the vibration in the heart space, and push it up into the throat space and out the mouth portal, you would begin to see and feel what it is that I see and feel.
How wonderful. Do you feel like humanity is ready for the next step? Are we just sitting here waiting for something to happen, but really we're just ready to move into this new stage, whatever that stage is? Think we're ready?
Absolutely, you're ready. You will find, and this is what I will say about teachers, vehicles, people bringing forward the message. As this becomes more common, teachers like Veronica, who have invested in their self-work, who have invested in finding their personal as well as universal truth, will be used in such a capacity that they will inspire a generation. And so people like Veronica will be host to beings like me, more and more, each day, each day, each day.
That's fantastic. Well, before we conclude our tool, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you would like to share or offer?
I would like to say that when I come to Earth and I visit with you, I am amazed at the vast differences available to one and all. But it saddens me that the different ways to live one's life doesn't apply to all. There seems to be a huge inequity when it comes to who one loves, who one worships. And yet these differences can be healed and mended by one simple vibration, and that is love.
Good old love.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I agree, I couldn't agree more. And I believe that even though we're not seeing this on the regular mainstream media, I do believe that there is an upwelling of love and shift and change going on. I can feel it, and I believe that we are growing. I just trust that with everything that I am.
I would like humanity to live their life from their heart space instead of their head space. When we live from our heart space, we don't see differences. We see sameness.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I agree. And I think that is part of the work of light workers and healers, is to help people recognize that it's not as hard as we think. We've just been taught to over access our brains, the consciousness, the analytical mind.
Absolutely.
And the heart is so powerful where it's underutilized.
Absolutely. And it's important to understand that as a co-creator, each one of you chose the experiences that you're having, that you had, to get to the ultimate end goal. And here I will go back and reiterate my point. There is more than one way to get to that outcome. So why is it, if you don't like the way something is, why do you keep going back for more? This baffles Artul.
I hear you. I agree 100%, Artul. Such is the human condition that we're struggling with as a collective, and I believe there is more. I believe that we can do it, and we're out of time. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that you came through and shared your message with us and humanity. And I look forward to the next time that we can have a chat.
Thank you. And thank you to my hostess, Veronica, for doing what I know creeped her out in the beginning.
She did such a good job.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Artul, with lots of love.
Bye. I honestly feel like I'm going to throw up.
Oh, are you okay? Do you want to end it?
No, I want everybody to see the real experience of what this is. I feel literally like it's coming up, and I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's like, I feel, you know how like when you feel like you just want to go do more and you want to go get more, like I want to hang out more. Like,
so it feels amazing.
How was it? I need to go.
It was amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so cool. It was amazing. I mean, Artul is super cool. Yay, Artul. We love you, Artul. And Artul is bringing forth this message of love and support and guidance that we need to increase. And Artul says that he is going to continue to come through. He's from the Pleiades. And it's that message of love that humanity, he believes, is ready for. And I'll tell you off air because everybody's already heard this.
Oh my gosh, so cool. Nora, thank you for holding the space and interviewing Artul and for being there and for being my friend. And I am just so excited that you're in my life. Thank you.
Oh, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity. It was really my happy place.
Well,
I couldn't.
I'm going to go watch Artul because literally I don't know what went on. Oh.
That's so cool. Can you tell me where you went? Are you conscious of where you went?
You know, I don't. That's a great question. I don't know because it was like I wasn't even I didn't even observe. I didn't even observe what was going on. So it almost feels
full on trance channeling.
Yeah, like I was on lockdown. And those of you that know me, that have been following me, this isn't something I do. This is not something, even when Channeling Eric found me, this wasn't something I said, oh, hey, I do this. Because I didn't do this.
Well, you do now, girl.
And so I hope that I can do it proud, and I hope that I can be authentic, and that I can bring truth to light is what I want, and love to the forefront is what I want.
Yeah, I think you're doing that, and will help learn more about Artul. And I'm sure your viewers will be happy to send other questions that this interview created questions for. It felt to me that this is just the beginning, and that Artul is very excited to work through you on behalf of humanity.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So before we go, tell my people who you are and what services you offer, because you do something really freaking phenomenal.
Thanks, Veronica. Well, I am a certified Life Between Lives hypnotherapist and regressionist, and I also help people with their consciousness, shifting their consciousness, basically. I'm in North Carolina. I do sessions internationally by Skype and over the phone, or by Zoom, which is more current. I cannot do Life Between Lives hypnotherapy over the phone. So if you want to come see me for a session, come see me for a session. And I also have I have 2 YouTube channels, and Veronica is on one of them. Our Rockstar Interviews with the both of us, Rockstar Interviews from Beyond, where again we talk to the spirit world, and we just posted our first 2 parts of our interview with Tom Petty, which is just a delight. He is a wonderful being, and we're so grateful to have him come forward for our maiden interview. And I also have another show called The Experience, where we talk about spiritual matters from the perspective of the person I'm interviewing, and they're flesh and blood human beings that are being interviewed in this format. So I'm just so grateful to Veronica for the opportunity to share my work and to build our friendship, and I just look forward to what's to come.
We're soul sisters.
Yeah, baby. Woohoo. So if anybody wants to chime in, questions, I think I would be not misspeaking if I said me and Veronica are both very open to that whole thing.
Send them away. However you find us, send them away. All right, my girl, peace out.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share us with your friends. Let's make the spiritual practical.